And on the bottom right corner of Babylon, we have the red Protoss player for Nocap. It is Shu, also known as Potato.
And in the top left side, our Zerg player from PigPan, it's TripleHelix.
Abulia says this is a 4.1k of match. And I'm fairly sure that has to be at least Masters or very high Diamond 1.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it could be high Diamond 1, but you're right. It's definitely on the border there. Shu says he's 3.9. And TripleHelix says he's 4.1k. So good matchup, but maybe a chance for PigPan to come up with a win here as a slight favorite.
Alright, everything seems pretty fine standard so far. Shu did not have the chance to deny the low ground base to happening. Was a little bit of micro, maybe to try and take third instead of the natural.
Yeah, I didn't see. This is a short map. I wonder if TripleHelix went 15 hatch to stop that block.
Yes, it was.
Oh, very nice. I love that in a tournament game.
Also, 15 hatch is so nice when the opponent tries to use the probe to deny the low ground base, because the probe can see the base going down. It's so close yet so far, and you can
and then you sacrifice all that economy for nothing.
Yeah, you can see the probe shaking angrily his fist at the hatchery. I was so close. I was destined to. But the hatchery goes down and fine. Standard opener. I'm not too much of a fan of this wall. Pretty sure it cannot be re-walled with a 3x3 structure. I mean, the
yeah, that would be a full wall, right?
The wall, no, the wall can be correct, the standard wall, but it's just that if TripleHelix goes for a beam bust, you cannot re-wall behind. You cannot block the wall with 3x3.
I see what you're saying.
Maybe you can. I.
All right, a standard PVZ looking game for the first time today. We got a Stargate coming up.
I remember TripleHelix being very aggressive with this play, but
don't you usually delay Warp Gate when you go Stargate? Did he do that?
Yeah, it was very delayed.
Okay.
I forgot to mention it, but it was very delayed.
Right, Oracle on the way.
Target Oracle first, as usual.
Good defense on the Adept so far.
Both Adepts are still alive, and they will be able to shade into the natural if they so desire, but there are 6 Zerglings and 2 Queens. He finishes the...
I like this finish. Yeah, the Zerglings were late chasing. I like this shade a lot. Oh, interesting. Thought he would stay there and get another drone. That's not bad though, right? 2 drones early for 1 Adept? That's good, right?
That's not enough. Not the best. You could have tried... If you knew you were going to lose 1 Adept, you could have gone for a 3rd. But it's very hard to judge on those situations. Still, you need at least one Adept to survive, because you need...
No Spore. No Spore in the natural. Oh, he pulls away though. No Spore in the main either.
Spores, but I don't think Helix really needs Spores, because it has so many Queens already. This base though really needs some defense, as we're gonna lose 5 for nothing basically. It's just
interesting Spore placement. Was he worried about DTs?
I think it's just that because he knew that the Queens could have held the Oracle in the natural limit, and that's probably to cover the transferring drones. I don't think, if you're scared about DTs, you don't build the Spore there in any situation.
Yeah, because they're gonna have a prism and go around that anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
More drone damage in the main. Oracles. 4 more orc kills.
It's not really taking too much damage so far, and TripleHelix is on the back foot here, not really finding any purchase on his defense, nor finding anything to be done on the other side. He's really behind.
Yeah, and the revelation on the layer 2, he might have a chance to see the layer timing. Shu, that is. Oh no, the revelation just finished.
I mean, you already know the timing. The question is, now that TripleHelix is on layer, what kind of tech is he going to go for? Probably, considering you went target and you showed your hand with the oracles, it's going to be Hydras. Indeed it is, but it could also have been, if you saw any more gases on the third, mutas or something very cheeky.
We are getting Blink for Shu. So seeing that little more modern PVZ style.
And Storm for the Hydras, very well scouted by Shu, who's already preparing for the possible Hydras.
Yeah, that's going to be great Storm timing.
Basically, as soon as TripleHelix would be able to push out, Shu would have Storm already, and probably also a few high templars behind it. That was a kill, not a cancel. In the final, not big of a deal, but TripleHelix a little bit undecisive.
I don't think he's not going to get the kill here.
No. I think if he was a little bit more decisive, he could have at least cancelled the Nexus. Would have been much closer.
This is a really rough start, I think, for TripleHelix. I don't know the units lost.
I don't really
think he's lost like at least 10 workers and really hasn't killed anything, I don't think, except maybe the one adept.
The Shift L is the big tab with all the units lost.
Okay, so yeah, 10 workers.
Yeah, I lost so much for so little at this point.
And behind 17 workers right now.
Yeah, 4 bases already established against the 4th just established for TripleHelix. He's in a world of trouble. Usually Zerg wants to be ahead 1 base, not behind 1.
Yeah, definitely ahead on workers. Only now getting +1 range. So it's not like he's got a advantage in upgrades. Actually behind in upgrades.
Trip spread is lacking as well. TripleHelix won't have any forward notice on the attacks, and as we can see, the Stalkers are moving and they can find the army scratching the rocks because they simply did not have the vision. Still, Stalkers against Zerglings, not my favorite matchup. Banelings could have been used in another way.
Nice catch. First win really for TripleHelix of this game, and it's a big win. A lot of dead Stalkers for just Zerglings and a few Banelings. That's massive. I really think that Shu would have had a chance maybe to end the game with the next attack, but not now. Lost way too many Stalkers.
At the very least, he took a little bit of win out of the sails of Shu, and this gives TripleHelix time to rebuild, especially his army. At this point, as TripleHelix, I don't think you can think about building any more eco. You just need to defend against what you know is coming, and it's gonna be a lot of Zealots and High Templars, and I don't think we really have the Banelings count to actually deflect these many Zealots.
No, yeah, this is gonna be really hard to stop.
Upgrades are looking good for Protoss as well. +2 is gonna finish as soon as +1 finishes for Zerg.
And just imagine if you had 10 more Stalkers here, how much harder this would be.
Well, it's gonna be hard enough without even without the Stalkers. Oh, the Oracles are finally...
High Templars auto-attacking over here.
Oh yeah. An OP attack.
We got some Banelings morphing, and that's the only hope at this point for TripleHelix is some great Baneling connections.
Is also very good by TripleHelix. He's at the same time surrounding the army and cutting off from reinforcement. Kills the High Templar.
That's
now
big.
It's mostly Zealots.
Oh, this is, I gotta say, this is amazing defense. TripleHelix. I thought he was so dead, and he still might be pretty soon, but wow.
He manages to hang on by a thread again, and since it's mostly Zealous, I don't think they can do anything at the moment to attack. We have 6 Archons morphing in Vision of this Overlord, so TripleHelix knows that the next wave is coming. But we do have Lurkers already.
Lurkers, that's, I mean, managed to get Lurkers out. Now anything can happen, right? I mean, you can slow the game down a lot. You can force a bad fight. But whereas two minutes ago, it looked like TripleHelix didn't have many tools to stay in this game.
At the same time, we do have a very good...
oh!
Why? That's a lot of damage.
No observer either. Well, it looked like he was trying to hold fire for a second and then changed his mind.
I think that Shu also wants this game to slow down though, because he's going into Fleet Beacon. He has 2 more targets coming online, and he's probably going to transition into carriers, and there's no answer for TripleHelix for carriers.
Yeah, he needs to scout this soon. How about the worker count? 95 workers for Shu. Really playing that style that we saw from Hero, I guess, like a year and a half ago, like mass gateway, low gas count.
Yes, pretending is playing that, but at the same time we have +1 air weapons and 3 carriers already on the way. Shield upgrades are gonna go online very soon, and that's also gonna be a pain because these Hydras, they don't really have the upgrades so far. +2 is halfway done, but it's gonna be a tough fight.
Yeah, and once the carrier count gets to like 5 or 6, Hydras are just terrible against them.
Exactly. So Shu is taking even more of the map, matching the base count for TripleHelix, which is still very bad for Zerg. That's a very good denial of a run by TripleHelix. You can see he is really keen on defense. Very good defensively, but he did not find any purchase offensively so far.
Overlord speed just finished. I wonder if TripleHelix wanted to do that in part to get a scout off. Let's see if we'll send an Overseer across the map. Well, he sees the carriers now anyway. Do we start Aspire?
I think it's a little bit too late to start Aspire at this point. You can try, but you don't... You cannot really wager too much into it.
Yeah.
Zealous connecting into the Hydra. Hydras cannot really contest this number of carriers, and...
I like this fight for TripleHelix though.
Yeah, the only thing that stands at this point is... Oh my god, he managed to snipe the Observer, didn't he?
He might be able to, like, do massive damage with a counterattack here.
So losing the Observer meant that the Lurkers could go unfettered and kill all of the Zealots, which in turn meant that the carriers were undefended.
We've got an Oracle coming up to try to alleviate that, but yeah, until that happens, these Zealots just getting shredded, and finally the carrier is able to push back the Hydras, and now an Observer's out, so that's going to do good damage.
That means that all the Lurkers are going to go down, and that's 4 carriers at this point. 3 more in production. The production has been non-stop. Lots of
At least TripleHelix is alive, you know? I mean, it looked like he was going to be dead.
He's still very much alive, that's for sure. He's not in a good position, that's it.
No.
That's all.
And, you know, the drone count's okay, but it's been at 70, 75 for a lot of this game, and just being massively outmined by Potato.
That's a lot of high tempos without Storm, I'm pretty sure. Very close to it, but without Storm. Mama Ship is coming, and this is a huge problem for TripleHelix. Usually it's not, but without any Vipers to yank the Mothership or any spellcasters to try and deny the invisibility or anything, I don't think that TripleHelix can really withstand these many carriers with Storm, with invisibility, and with Time Warp.
Yeah, and with all these High Templar, it's like, would a Viper even help that much here?
Yeah,
he's not even putting it into Archons, you know, he's just keeping it for Storm and potentially for feedback, I guess.
This is a very flimsy army though. A single Ultra would be able to shred all the High Templars. They don't have ultras though.
How many Hydras do we have left? 28? I don't think we can take this fight.
No,
Oh,
Storm
boy.
is gonna be huge.
Oh my gosh.
Center mass, and he's losing all the Hydras. Yes,
Carriers win again.
Nice flank with Banelings. A little bit too late. If they came a few moments earlier, it would have been a game changer. But as it stands, TripleHelix is losing all his bases. He's trying to rebuild an army here, trying to do something with these little Hydras, but too little, too late.
Yeah, 10 plus 2 carriers. GG for Shu.